everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you new, hi, I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts, and in this video I am going to talk to you guys about embroidering golf bags. A lot of golfers out there love to personalize their golf bags. It's something that I have been doing for quite some time. However, though, this is the first time that I am able to actually videotape doing and embroidering a golf bag, because a lot of times customers ask for their last name and stuff. This is going to be initial, so I wasn't able to do the others because of privacy issues. But with this one, this is a monogram. Okay, this is the one that we're going to do. Okay, and shout out to Mackenzie for allowing me to videotape this process, because this is something that a lot of golfers love to get done. They love to get their the pockets of the bag embroidered. Now, let's talk about the bag first before we start to do anything, okay? Now, there are several golf bags out there. The ones that you really want to embroider are the ones that have the removable pocket, okay? The reason why you want to do that is because, as you can see, this golf bag can be kind of bulky, right? So it's going to be really difficult for you to get this inside the machine. And also, it is kind of heavy, right? So you don't want the weight to shift the fabric as you are embroidering. So every time someone asks me to do a golf bag and embroider it, I always ask them, the first question is the pocket removable? If the pocket is removable, you're golden. You can go ahead and you can embroider it. I don't recommend, unless you are able to fit it in the machine and you can guarantee that the item is not going to shift, I wouldn't touch it. That's just me. If you do you, but if you think you can do it, go ahead and go for it. But me personally, I always only do the golf bags that have the removable pocket, okay? Now, these have the zippers that just go all the way around, and as you can see, it also has Velcro. And one of the things that I really like about this bag is that I can actually place the template on the pocket and see exactly how it's going to look before I actually start the embroidering process, okay? Because you don't want to go ahead and put it in there and then it starts to look slanted and all that stuff. So what I did with this, and let me give you a close-up of the template, okay, is this is important. Because this pocket is removable, you don't want to accidentally embroider it upside down. So make sure that when the customer brings this to you, that they do one or two things. Either they themselves mark where the top of this is. Usually, you'll see that the teeth of the zipper goes all the way around. But if you're not a golfer, sometimes you're not going to know. So I'm not a golfer, so I don't play. So I really don't know the specifics of the bags. So I've always had the customers say, you have to put a sticker or something so I know exactly where the top is. You don't want to accidentally embroider it and then it's upside down. Okay? So that's the first thing. All right? If you don't want the customer to bring you the pocket and mark the top, what you can do is tell them, bring the whole bag with you, okay? That way you yourself can ensure that you know exactly what the top of the pocket is and the bottom. So I wanted the customer to bring me the whole bag, so that way I could actually shoot this video. I usually do trust the customer. They know the top of the bag, and they have no problem marking it. But the reason why I wanted it was actually to show you in this video, so that way you guys can see how it's done. So shout out to Mackenzie's dad for doing that so that I can do this. So let me put this on. This has Velcro. I'm not going to zip it on, but I'm going to have the Velcro on here. So that way we can step back and we can take a look at how this is actually going to look. All right. The thing that I highly recommend is, bags, it's not going to be perfect, but you can get it as close to perfect as possible, okay? Because you got to remember, sometimes it's the way that the bag is positioned and stuff and looks. I kind of, I was talking with her dad, and, we kind of like the script look because it does kind of make it easier on the eye. So this is the top of the back of the pocket. This is the bottom, and it's gonna look just fine because me and her dad were looking at it, and if you step back and look at it, it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little close up here. See if I could get the camera to do a little close up so that you guys can see how it's gonna look. I think it's gonna look pretty awesome. Okay, it could be how the bag is actually standing too. So let me get the plastic off so you can see much better. And see, the thing is, it's not exactly zipped in. Okay, like I could take some tape, let me see, and get it a little closer to what it's going to look like when it's zipped. So let's see. And I use painter's tape if anybody asks, because I know that sometimes people are like, should I use Scotch tape and stuff? I like painter's tape when I'm working on embroidery projects because it has enough adhesive to hold stuff down on fabric and stuff like that, but it's not harsh. Okay, you don't want a sticker that's gonna, tape that's gonna be so harsh that it actually pulls on the fiber of the fabric. Okay, I would say respect the fabric. You gotta respect the fabric. So, all right, so this is kind of how it's going to look. Oh, all right, there you go. And I think it looks good. Yep, I think I got it right. Let me see. Oh, let's see what it looks like. Okay, I think it looks good. Yep, I think we got it. We're good and stuff. I want to double check because you gotta make sure this is gonna be in here. Yep, this is definitely it. Yep, it looks good. It's gonna work. This is fine. Let me see. Yeah, it really would be perfect if I could go ahead and actually zip it. I know they said that it's a little difficult to zip it, but let me see if I can do that, okay? I'll just give it one shot. And if I can get this in here, then we're good. Because this has like 2 zippers. I didn't know that. Okay, got that one. And what I'll do, I'll just use that one zipper to go through. Okay, hold on. Got this one. All the way. Yep, this one's in. This in. Almost there. I'm just getting one in there. Just one. There you go. Yeah, these are a little tricky to put in. There you go. There you go. All right, because I just want to see how it looks in the bag. All right, let me step back because you want to make sure that it's going to look super awesome. And yeah, it's in the middle. Yep, it looks good. It looks really good. I feel like it's a little bit, but I know it's how the bag's gonna stand. I know that, but it just, you try to get it as perfect as you possibly can and as centered. Nope, now it's kind of crooked. Now it's definitely crooked. There you go. And I don't want it too much in the bottom because you want to show it off. So you kind of want it like in the center. You got to play with it to make sure you got the proper placement. And there you go. This is perfect. Oh, yeah. This looks awesome. Okay. All right. I got you guys on the stand. But look at that. That's perfect. Now it's perfect. I love it. I like the placement. I'm happy with it. And stuff. So that looks good. Let me put it on the table so you guys can get a closer look. Okay? And I know I'm spending a lot of time explaining this to you. But the thing is, this is important. Okay? Because last thing you want is to work on a project. Okay? And then it's all tacky looking. All right, there you go. So let's zoom out a little bit so you guys can take a look at it and you can see perfectly centered. It looks awesome. Now, now that we talked about placing the template and making sure that it's positioned correctly, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more in detail about this actual template, okay? Now, my machines have a scanning capability, which uses the snowman. What is really great about it is that I can place my template here. The machine will scan it, and it's actually going to embroider this exactly where the template is. If your machine does not have that, what you do with the template is you're going to notice that there's these crosshairs. Okay, there's this little cross going on here. And I want to make sure that you guys can see it. So I'm going to bring you guys a little closer because we're going to talk about this because this is important. Let me lower this camera and then you guys can see. There we go. All right, so here we have it. So you won't have this snowman here, but you are going to have a crosshair here. You want to make sure your needle is positioned right in the center. You also want to move the machine back and forth because you want to make sure that your needle is aligned with this line here and also here. Chances are, if your needle starts right at that center point, you're going to be golden, okay? But always double check. Always double check. Never take anything for granted, especially when you are working on items such as this, okay? And the reason why is this is a one-shot deal. There's no do-overs, okay? Let's talk about the fabric so that I can explain to you guys about there's no do-overs. This fabric is different. It's not cotton, okay? So whenever you embroider on this, and I'm going to take this off so that we can talk about a little more. When you embroider on this, the hole is permanent, okay? Look at the fabric, all right? This is going to be permanent holes. So you can't just go ahead and embroider this, undo the embroidery, and then redo it on top. You're going to have holes, okay? The fabric is not going to survive a second pass. So you have to make sure that you take your time doing these projects. If you're in a rush, don't do it. Don't even bother taking it because you mess this up. It's costly, and not only that, your reputation's in the toilet, okay? You're not going to be golfers are not going to come to you for these things, okay? I'm just keeping it real for you guys. All right, now let's also talk about the hooping process. This was something that was shared with me. The customer mentioned to me that he had took this to another embroidery shop, and one of the things that happened was when they went to embroider it, they messed up the teeth of the item. Now, the embroidery can come out gorgeous, but if you can't re-sew this to the bag, you basically kind of ruin the bag for them, okay? Now, I don't know what the other embroiderer did or what type of hoop they used, okay? But I use the Mighty Hoops, okay? And one of the things that I showed him, because he was concerned because, of course, he had, and rightfully so, he had that experience, right? One of the things that I showed him was, what I do is I take this, I place this on the Mighty Hoop, and then I snap it in. Okay, now this is a little crooked. I'm not going to do it like that, but... Alright, so anyway, I'm not... let me show you. Let me do it right. Okay, because I want to... There we go. Nope. That's not right either. Hold on. Give me a moment. Now, these Mighty Hoops are pretty gentle. They're tough and they're gentle at the same time. And I just got to get this right. There you go. I'm good there. Okay. All right. Now, I want to show you something about the Mighty Hoops. It's something that I showed him. Okay. You can see that the teeth is not, I guess you can't because of the thing. I'm trying to position it correctly, but anyway, just trust me. The teeth is not going to get squished. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to ruin the teeth. This is gentle enough where it holds the fabric in, but it's not going to mess with the teeth of the back of the bag, the pocket cover. So, I have a feeling that they used the old-fashioned hoops, and when they did that, they stressed the teeth, and that's what did it in. I'm not sure. It had to be how they hoop it. Before I put this in the machine, I am going to re-hoop this because I want it to be really centered and nice. Like I said, if you're going to do things like this, you got to take your time. If you got to rush it, don't take the order. I'm serious, guys. I have made mistakes. Don't think that I haven't. I have made mistakes. I mean, if you guys didn't see, I made mistakes on those $2,000 bags. You know, it wasn't a $2,000 bag, but yeah, it put me in the hole. But that was my fault. That has nothing to do with the customer. So there we go. This is perfect. It's good on the teeth. It's not damaging to the teeth. You always want to make sure of that. And it's right centered. And this is good to go. This is good to go. See, it is hooped. It's perfect. It's good to go. All right. Now, why is it that I like these bags? Look at this. Look at this bag. Look how big it is. If that pocket does not get removed, let's look at my machine. You got to get this bag underneath the arm of this machine. You're going to have to get it in here. This is heavy, okay? Which means that it would have to go like this. Now, can it be done? Probably so. But you got to remember, you have this. So the bottom of the bag is going to hit this. So you got to account for that. This is going to have a lot of weight. And not only that, this can shift. To me, it's too risky. I won't do it, okay? That's where I tell people vinyl is your choice. Get a Cricut and just iron on the initials and you'll be good, all right? Now, with this, all I'm doing is just hoop in the pocket. That's all I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. And I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Can you? All right. Okay. Yep, you can. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is one of the things that's really important is talk to your customers about the color that they want. Okay? Now, I'm going to switch back. We're going to go back around. Ooh, I'm going to do it real slow so that way you guys don't get dizzy. I know. Let's talk about the bag itself. I'm going to put it back on the table so we can talk about it. Now, I want to show you guys. This was the sample stitch, okay? Now, this was the first time that they've used my services. So, you know, rightfully so. It's an expensive bag. And you want to be able to trust the person that you bring your products to, okay? So, I kind of sense that, you know, there was a little bit like, oh my God, is this going to come out okay? And I totally get it, especially when he told me that he had the problems with the other embroiderer where they ruined the teeth. Totally got that. I'd be nervous too if I was him. Because I would be like, oh, shoot, I don't want to screw up another, you know, bag. And I don't even know how they resolved that. But I did the sample stitch so he and his daughter could see exactly. So that way Mackenzie has an idea of how big and how this is going to look. Okay? Now, I tried to use a color that kind of matched the bag. I didn't have the bag yet, but I wanted to provide a sample stitch when they came. And I chose this color because they were saying coral, so I was looking at the picture. It looked like this. But when the customer came, I was kind of like, this is a little bit on the dark side. So I was able to grab this from the shelf. Perfect match. Perfect match, okay? So we're going to be using this thread, okay, to match the pocket. So I think she's going to be pretty super happy with that, okay? So this is it. So I got to change the thread on the machine. But just so you know, sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to do sample stitches and all that kind of stuff. Guys, it's all about customer service. Okay? You know, I mean, if you want people to trust you and you want people to know that you can do this, you got to meet them halfway. Okay? Or you're not serious about going in business. That's just me. I don't mean to sound harsh, but I'm just telling you how it is. All right. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to change the thread to this machine and we're going to stitch this baby out, okay? We're going to stitch it out and see how it comes out, okay? I'm pretty excited. This is going to be pretty awesome, all right? So let's go over to the machine and see how it turns out. Okay, so here I am. I have to unknot this. This is the thing that I hate about some of these things. They kind of make it hard for you to untangle the thread. But here it goes. I got it. All right, so I'm going to change the color to what we chose for the bag, because the other pink that I did the test stitch on, it was too dark. It wasn't going to work. So I'm going to pull the old thread out and put the new one in. All right. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, like I said, I have, let me bring you closer so that you can see. I have, no, it's a little dark. Okay, let me move the camera up a little bit because I did lower you. This is higher, and I got a little glare here, so I'm going to bring you over here. Oh, there goes the glare. All right. Okay, guys, I don't have a cameraman, but, you know, it's all about the 411 that I'm sharing with you guys, all right? Okay, so I already changed the color thread. I am going to use my snowman feature. That's what my machine has, and what I'm going to do is that's going to scan the item that's right here, and it's going to actually adjust what I have on the screen to where this is going to properly go ahead and embroider, all right? After it scans it, that's when I remove the template, and that's when I can start embroidering the machine. But before I do anything, one of the things I want to do is I want to do a trace. The reason why I want to do the trace is because I want to make sure that this actually moves around smoothly. You don't want any jerking going around. So I'm going to hit that trace button, which is right here. Okay, that's the thing. So I'm going to hit that. And as you can see, it's going to be automatic. There you go. One of the things that I want you guys to notice is you didn't see this jump up. You didn't see this act kind of funny in any kind of way. That means that it's going to have a nice, smooth stitch. It's going to come out really, really nice, all right? So now what I need to do is to make sure that it's actually going to stitch where my template is, all right? Which is why I'm going to use that snowman feature. So right here, I'm going to hit the snowman, and I'm going to hit OK. And right here, it's going to look for that little picture, that little snowman that I have on there, okay? I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit OK again. And right now, see how it says recognizing, okay? It's actually recognizing. And it's going to shift. See, I don't know if you saw it, shifted a little bit to make sure that it's going to embroider exactly where I want it to embroider. Now it says you can remove the embroidery positioning mark, okay, which is the actual template. I'm going to hit OK, and it already shifted and everything. It's perfect. It's good to go, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to remove this, okay? And now I'm going to start embroidering, all right? Now, before I embroider, as you can see back here on needle number 3 is where I have the new color, okay? So when I hit embroider over here, what I want is I want to make sure needle number 3 is showing up there. And as you can see, it is. So needle number 3 showing up. And now, the moment of truth, guys, okay? And as always, I will fast forward this as you see. This is going to be embroidering, and I will fast forward the process. I put a little music on so you guys can enjoy it, and let's make Mackenzie's bag. All right, so I'm gonna hit go ahead, and here we go. all finished, guys. Look how it came out. Looks really cute. All right, let's take it out of the machine and let's put it over to the bag. And I'm not finished yet because I want to do something really special for her and her dad. They don't know, but if they watch the video, I guess they'll find out. I'm going to do something really, isn't that cute? Came out really, really cute. Let's go over to the bag. Let's take it out. Oops, sorry. Okay, you are here. And let's talk about this, okay? So I am going to move some stuff out of the way here. Let's move this here. This is the sample. Just situated over here. All right, so let's put the camera on the table, all right? Let's put the camera on the table and let's take a look at what we got. So here is the finished product. Came out nice, exactly like the picture, okay? Exactly like the sample I gave the customer. So that way they know exactly what they got. Only thing we did was we changed the color thread. So if you noticed, well, I'm trying to put it closer. It's just a little lighter, okay? So let me take this out. Okay, now, let me push this on the other side here because I'm going to use something here. All right. Came out really cute. Let's look at it on the actual bag. See? Came out really, 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 really cute. Okay, I can take this out because now I already know this is the top. I don't need this anymore. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to zip this up for the customer. I know he says it's a little tricky, and it is. He's right about that, but that's okay. Where is... Okay, here's... That is this, I think. All right. I'm going to make sure that it zips in. Okay, so this one's fine. Oh, I know what they do. They zip the bottom first. That's what they do. Because there's two zippers in here. So let me get... Okay, that's this one. And... Oops. That came out. Okay, let me put this zipper back in. I didn't realize it goes all the way out. Okay, this goes out here. Oh. Thank goodness I know how to work on zippers. Okay, there we go. All right, so this goes in the outer. This goes in this one right here, I think. Let's see. Oh, this goes the outer. I put it on the wrong one. This goes in the inner one. Hold on. Let me zip one and then do the other. Okay, this goes in here. Okay, that's that one. Right, so then where's the other entryway? It's here. I think they put both on both. Let me see. Do they? Yep, they do. They just do it on the opposite. Okay, got it. Now I got it. Alright, so this goes here. I have to figure this out. This goes here. Alright. There it is. And then they have... Nope, let me take this one out because that goes the other side. Oh, my goodness. Alright. I know I have one of them. This goes here. Duh. Jeanette, get it together. Get it together, girl. Alright, I'm getting it together. Here we go. Alright. This goes in here for sure. Alright. This is tricky. He's right. I'm going to have to really learn these golf bags. Alright. And then this gets tricky in here too. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me just get one in. There we go. Alright, they'll zip up the rest of it and stuff. So here we go. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Here's her bag. Looks good. Okay, final product. See? Looks really, really, really cute. I like the outcome. Looks nice. Looks straight. Looks fine. There is a little bit of puckering going on over here, but that's expected and that's fine. That's gonna, you know, that's as the, it's just a little stressed. That's all. If you had a bunch of needles going on you, you'd be stressed too. So this is fine. This is as good as it's gonna get. Looks perfect. All right, so is the video done? No, because I also want to show you something. This can be something that you guys can really offer. One of the things that I had a bunch of golf towels that were laying around. So I thought it would be a good idea not only to show you guys how to do the bag, okay, as you can see, came out really, really nice. I know she's going to love it. But I have these golf towels that they're just laying around. I'm not doing anything with it, right? So I'm not selling them or anything. So I figured, why not give it to her, you know? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually embroider the monogram on the golf towel for her. So that way she has her set. And it'd be really, really cute. I think she's going to like that, right? So what you can do if you want to do something like this, you want to offer this, right? What you can do is you can go ahead and use the exact same template that I used before. Accidentally just tore it. Okay, this is the template that we had on here, and then just take it and center it on the towel. So I'm going to show you how to do the golf towel, okay? There's a lot of different types of styles. This is one that I actually see that is kind of more common, which is kind of like this one. I actually like the other one that kind of dangles, but I don't know, golfers seem to like this one. And this one seems to have all the nice colors from her bag. It has like the gray and the black. So I thought this would be a really nice addition. And then I could also just put the same color thread on her, from her bag to the towel. And I think she will really like that. So one of the things that you do is just use the same template. You don't have to go ahead and start reprinting it. Place it on here. And I'm going to show you, we're going to embroider this. And I'm going to show you how to actually do this, okay? Now, I know that some of you guys that are watching are probably saying, hey, you didn't use stabilizer when you did that. I could have if I wanted to. Sometimes you don't have to use it. Sometimes you do. I could have used some cutaway or some tearaway stabilizer. The thing is, there is actually no stretch in this fabric at all, okay? So you could have or you didn't have to, right? It's just if you wanted to, okay? But I really like the way it came out. I think it came out really nice, even without stabilizer. So it was something that I did not put on there. Just want to mention that because some of you guys may come out and say, oh, Jeanette, you didn't use stabilizer. Well, it really didn't need it because there is no stretch to this material, okay? That's an if or of. And the thing is also is this is probably not going to be thrown in the wash, okay? If you have items that are going to be thrown in the wash and stuff like that, that's when you really should do the stabilizer. This I know will be thrown in the wash because golfers usually use this so that they can clean their sticks. I call them sticks. I don't know what they are. I'm not a golfer, guys. Okay, so I'm just an embroiderer. So I don't know. Maybe if I take off golf one day, I'll actually find out what is the real terminology of all this stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this nice because it's the way it's going to dangle. And then you just take the template and then you're going to place it exactly, same method, same thing. I'm going to place it exactly where I want it to embroider. And I think this will be a nice spot. Okay. Once you have it where you want it, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use my stand. Okay. And this is going to help me with the placement of it. Okay. Now I am going to take a piece of tearaway stabilizer for this. Okay, so I'm going to use this stabilizer. I'm going to put it on here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to open this up. And you're just going to lay it down. Okay. You want to take your time when you're hooping. I always tell people if you gotta rush while you're hooping, you have no business embroidering because hooping is so important, okay? And that's the thing. A lot of times people think that it's just pressing the button. It's not that. There's a lot of things that get involved in this stuff. So, you know, if you're going to do something, do it right. Okay, so, all right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and hoop this. It is in. It is ready. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this to the machine. I'm going to press the start button, and we're going to embroider the whole thing, okay? Now, for this also, what I am going to do is I'm going to use topper, okay? Because this has fibers, okay, and it goes up and down, you don't want the thread to sink into the fabric. So before I do the embroidery, I am going to cut a piece of this stabilizer, which is the water soluble stabilizer, and I'm going to place it on top so it can give the fabric that kind of lift. Did this need that? No, it did not need that. And I'm going to tell you, because that's why I say you got to know your fabrics, okay? This did not have any type of texture, okay? This is flat, so the thread is not going to sink in. However, though, this fabric has texture on it, okay? Look at it, it's waffle, okay? The thread can sink. You don't want that. So what you're going to do is you're going to place water stable this on top of it, and then you're going to embroider on this, and then you just rip this off. Okay, I'm not gonna, I'm going to take this down to the machine. I'm gonna embroider it. I'm not gonna show you the whole process. You already watched it embroidered once, okay? You don't need to watch it again. But I'm gonna come back after the machine embroidered this so that we can take a look at this, and I can show you exactly how to take this off without leaving any residue on there, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. I just finished embroidering the matching golf towel. She doesn't know that she's getting this. This is just something I'm throwing in for them because they were like super nice. So this is the golf towel, okay? As I mentioned, it matches the golf bag, and I just happen to have it, so I figured let me throw it in because I know she'll like it. And this is the embroidery. Now, as you can see, I have the soluble stabilizer on top of it. So I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of this. So super easy. Okay, that you guys are gonna be like, oh, I've been struggling, but it really is simple to get out. So I'm gonna get the hoops out of the way because I like to keep my room neat, and I like to put things in its proper place because that way it's easier for you. Now, first things first. Now you see, you have the water soluble stabilizer. Gently, don't you can rank it, but I don't. I always like to gently do it because that way when you gently take it out, you get as much as you possibly can. Now, I'm going to bring down the camera a little bit. And I know this video is getting a little lengthy, but I am very detailed because it's very important that you guys pay attention to detail, especially if you're doing this for customers. So, I'm trying to focus on here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get as close as I possibly can. Maybe I can. Okay. As you can see, when I rip this off, and I'm going to bring this a little closer to it, you're going to see there's still some plasticky on here, okay? You need to get rid of that. You can't give it to the customer like that because they don't know what it is. They don't understand that when they wash this is going to go away and stuff like that. You want to make sure you give products to your customers solid. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using water. Very simple, water. Do not throw away the old one. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because you're going to reuse it. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to lightly spray some water on the areas that I know they still have this plastic on here. So you don't have to like soak it, but you want to be a little bit generous with the water because you want to let it sit. You're going to take the old one and then look what I do. I just place it and I pat it. Just pat it. Just wait a couple of seconds. Now you can rip it off, okay? And you can see there's still some in there, but rip it. See, it'll come right off. It's going to lift. And I got some gook in there, too. This didn't work like I thought it was going to, but that's okay. That's okay. Just put a little more water on it and just keep ripping it, okay? Sometimes things don't work the first shot, and that's okay. Don't get nervous and stuff. Don't think, oh my God, I messed up the towel. No. Sometimes it's also the fabric. There you go. There is still some gook in there, but that's going to come off when it washes. I'll let them know. It's going to come off. This is a freebie for them anyway. But, of course they're going to want to use it, But see, you just try to pat it down. Try to get as much of it as possible. Okay? There you go. All right, and once it dries, this will This will lighten up. It's just that it's just a little wet right now, okay? And stuff. But usually with my kitchen towels, it's a lot easier. But I guess with this fabric, it's just not really like... So I want to make sure I got it all out. There you go. Nice and neat. Now, let's take a look at the set. She's going to like this. She's really going to like this. I know I would. Now I feel like going to get one for myself. Even though I don't golf. So, here you go. Nice little set. Oh, don't forget the stabilizer in the back. This is tear away. Just take it off. Take out as much as you can. That's all. There you go. Fill that out. Alright. Look at how cute. Make sure that looks good. It looks good. Alright. Now you just but I think this is where they hang it. I'm not sure. I'm guessing. So don't laugh at me if you're a golfer. Alright. Yeah. Once this will look better. But there you go. A nice personalized set. You know what? This makes a really good gift. This makes a really nice gift. Look at that. Pocket with the and then a matching towel. Isn't that cute? Ain't that cute? I think it's cute. People are going to be jelly. They're going to be jealous when she hits that golf club. She's going to be looking good. All right, guys. So, listen. Hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope you can join me every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I host Embroidery Happy Hour where I like to always talk about running an embroidery business, things to watch out for, and all that stuff. I always like to help the embroidery community. You know, this is a great product to embroider on. You really just got to know what you're doing. Take your time and stuff. And, you know, throwing in that matching golf towel. Oh, wow. That looks nice. That looks nice. I think they're really going to like it. So, guys, like I said, if you like this video, please consider subscribing. And please give me a thumbs up. And I hope you guys have fun sewing and embroidering out there. You guys have a great week. You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.